If we would like to use the elimination method, but we don't have opposite terms for x or opposite terms for y to begin with, what we need to do is multiply one equation or both equations by numbers so that we will have opposites for the x's or the y's. And you can choose either x or y to try to eliminate, and either one should work out fine as long as you're correct with the steps. In the case of this example, I take a look at the y terms. I have 1y in the first equation and 4y in the second equation. I could make those opposites if I multiplied everything in the first equation by a -4, because then I would have 4y and -4y. So I'll do that here. I'll take that first equation and multiply everything in that equation by -4. Whatever you need to multiply by one term to get the opposites you're looking for, to keep that equation balanced, you have to multiply all the terms in that equation by the same number. So multiplying all the terms by -4, -2x times -4, we have a positive 8x. Y times -4, we have a -4y. 6 times -4, we'll have equals -24. Now that we have opposites, we add these equations together. The plus 4y and minus 4y will cancel each other out. -x plus 8x is a positive 7x. Equals, on the right side, 17 minus 24 is -7. To finish and get x by itself, we divide both sides by 7. Leaving us with x equals -1. This is half of our answer. We still need to get the y coordinate, so I need to plug this -1 in for x in one of the original equations. I usually plug it into the top equation so I don't have to think about it unless I have a specific reason to put it in the bottom equation. Here, instead of -2x, we'll have -2 times -1 plus y equals 6. -2 times -1 is 2. So we have 2 plus y equals 6. We subtract 2 from both sides, leaving us with y is equal to 4. So -1 comma 4 will be our solution to this system. If you would like to try the next problem on your own, pause the video now and resume when you're ready to see the solution. In this system, we don't have opposites to begin with for x's or y's. The y's we could turn into opposites, but we would end up needing to either use some fractions or multiply both equations by numbers. However, if we look at the x's, we have 3x and 6x. We could get opposites for the x's if we take that first term, 3x, and multiply it by -2, which would give us -6x, the opposite of what we have in our second equation. So to keep this balanced, we're going to multiply everything in that top equation by -2. -2 times 3x is -6x. -2 times 11y is -22y. -2 times 1 is -2. Now when we add these together, 6x and -6x are opposites. They cancel each other out. 5y minus 22y, we have -17y. 19 minus 2, we have 17. To get y by itself, we divide both sides by -17. And this leaves us with y is equal to -1. So the y coordinate of our solution is -1. To find x, I'll put in -1 for y in my first equation. 3x plus 11 times -1 is equal to 1. This leaves me with 3x minus 11 equals 1. I add 11 to both sides, giving us 3x equals 12. To finish, we divide by 3, and we end up with x equals 4. So 4 comma negative 1 will be our solution to this system.